Hi, Kristin Woodson here, Customer Success Manager with DataSet. This video is a part of our Cost Management Best Practices series. In previous videos, we took a look at evaluating log volumes, and we also took a look at the differences between sampling and discarding and the various cost management tools available to you. This video, we're going to focus on how to sample and discard data via the agent. Before we jump into how to sample and discard data through the agent, just a reminder that there are some serious benefits to setting your discarding rules within the agent. This is because the data that is sampled or discarded there will not leave your data center. Therefore, you don't incur an egress cost. You can find information on how to sample logs underneath our documents and getting started. And you can see here, I've got sampling high volume logs. I'll put a link to this below. So in order to sample or discard data via the agent, what we're going to do is we're going to edit our agent JSON file. I've written the sampling rules earlier, so let's just take a look and talk about the anatomy here. So the first piece is the match expression, and this is a line fragment that we can define. We're looking for 200 preceded by a space and followed by a space, and one or more digits. Remember, we have you double escape here, which is why there are 2 slashes each time instead of 1. So what I'm looking for here is the 200 status code. The reason I have these patterns surrounding the 200 is that I want to harden the pattern as to not false trigger if there's 200s within like the token or the timestamp for something. I really just want to define this pattern, and then I'm looking for a 200. So that's what I've done here. So we're going to do this for the 200s, 500s, and 401s. And these are going to execute sequentially. So for the 200s, we're sending a sampling rate of 0, meaning that all of the 200s will be discarded. For the 500s, we have a sampling rate of 1, which means that all of them will be ingested and sent in this case. And for the 401s, we're setting a sample rate of 30%. And remember, those are floats. All we have to do here is now save this, and we can view the data coming in through our live tail. For the purpose of this demo, I've set up a simple log stream here. So what we're doing is we're sending the 200 status code, the 401, and the 500s. And I'm just repeating this over and over. It's not the most realistic logs, but it helps us just get an idea of the visualization of what happens when the data is being sampled. And you'll notice here in my graphs, I'm graphing on events on my status. And you can see I've got a pretty even amount of 200s, 400s, and 500s. Now let's take a look at what happens when we do that sampling. And again, in the sampling, as a reminder, what we're doing is we're discarding the 200s, we are including all of the 500s, and then we are sampling the 401s at a 30% rate. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to uncomment my sampling rules and go in and save them. So once we refresh our graph here, we can see now that my 200s are being discarded. I have 100% of my 500s, and my 401s are coming in at 30%. So again, I'm sampling on that 30%. I'm discarding all the 200s, and I am including all of my 500s. And if I go to my live tail here, I can see similarly, I'm not including my 201s. I have my 500s, and again, about 30% of those 401s coming in via the live tail as well. So that concludes our video on sampling and discarding data via the agent. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you have any questions while setting up your own discard rules or sampling rules in the agent, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at support@dataset.com. And I look forward to seeing you in our next videos, taking a look at discarding logs via the parser And we'll also have a follow-up video on using the cost management tool.